Dr. Sun, what's up? Lockason 1. Rebel Cowboy Dipper, thank you very much. George, what's up? Sorry guys, I was making dinner for the ladies, so I'm going to be taking a few bites as we get going here. How are you guys? How's everyone? I've been a few weeks gone, so hopefully people come back tonight. Hey John, what up? Shake in the house. How are we doing, everybody? We're going to wait for people to trickle in. So remember the situation, the way it goes with my live streams is there's no format, just kind of open Q&A. You guys ask questions. It doesn't have to be bartending, but it's usually bartending. And I just answer on the fly, and we just kind of roll with it. There's no plan, there's no agenda. It's very informal, as you can tell, as I'm eating dinner with you guys here tonight. Just a couple bites. So, Rebel Cowboy, the reason he got into bartending. Thank you for your help and tips. You are welcome. My man Cowboy, stoked to hear that you're doing well with all of this crazy bartending stuff. Trip was awesome, John. Thank you. Yep, so it was so I have a job opportunity come up a couple of weeks ago. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I always forget to do this part. Always check the sound. Can you guys hear me all right? Let me know. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We're just going to leave that like that. Okay. So anyway, trip was awesome. Went down to Peru. Went to... Sweet. Thanks, you guys. Oh, I know. We need a little tunage, right? Some tunes, yo. Let's see what we got going on. I think the interwebs are strong with us tonight. They're okay. So anyway, I went down to Peru because I have a job opportunity come up, and I wanted to go just sort of sit with my thoughts about this job opportunity. It is outside the world of bartending. It's a full-time marketing and digital media job for some friends of mine in Oregon that run a cannabis business. So that'll be fun. But anyway, I wanted to go sit with my thoughts about all that, think it through, because me and the missus are gonna have to be long distance for part of it, which is gonna be difficult. But really good opportunity, couldn't pass it up. Basically, a kind of a dream job situation. So I'm gonna take it. Now, that being said, I am still going to keep contributing to this channel. Still going to try to do these live streams as much as I can, and still keep pumping out some cool videos for you guys, because I still do have a huge list. And my goal is to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers. So as long as I keep marching towards that goal, then you can count on me to keep bringing my A game as best I can for you guys. So, that being said, back to Gay John's question. The trip was awesome. Went down to Peru. It was like this meditation, detox, yoga retreat that was awesome. And just was able to sit with my own thoughts with no influence from my family, my friends, my coworkers, my wife, anybody. It's just myself. Because this was kind of this probably, besides getting married, was the biggest decision in my life. So had to sit with that, make sure I was doing the right thing. And I was. So I'm going to be taking it, and next week will probably be from this same studio, but the week after that, it's going to be a completely new setup for my videos. I mean, I'll try to have it kind of similar, but I don't know what my final living situation is going to be in Oregon. So the studio may be a little bit different in a couple of weeks. Buxton said, where am I going? I'm going up to Bend, Oregon. So Central Oregon is where I'm from. Like Bend is where I grew up. Born and raised there. I wasn't born there, actually. I was born on the road because my dad was military, but raised there. And so I'm technically going home. So I'm really excited about that, to get back to the mountains and stuff. So anyway, that's new. It's me. what's new with you guys? How is everybody? Anybody got a good job? You guys feel free. I know questions are starting to trickle in, so I'll start to get to these. Mr. Bookie 24 says, any tips on interviews? Yes, Mr. Bookie. And Shake will grab a link if he hasn't already, but I have a little mini series about how to get a job with no experience, and there's a 4-part videos, and the 4th part of that 4-part mini series talks just about interviews. And the basic thing is that you want to do your research about the place. You want to do your research about, you know, the type of customer that comes in, their menu, as much as you can about the establishment before you go in to interview. And then there's a bunch of other cool little kind of body language. Yeah, there you go. Shake's got the playlist. Go check that out, Mr. Bookie 24. Lots of good stuff in that getting the job playlist. But look at the 4-part mini series in that playlist. And the first one, it's like talks about the game plan of how to create a circle of places you can attack. And then it's like the resumes, and then following up, and then like closing the deal with the interviews, I think. So those are some of my best lessons in terms of like how to actually get a job. So go watch that playlist for sure. Rebel Cowboy Dipper 19 says, I bartended in a bowling alley, which is awesome. I have some friends that have worked in bowling alley bars, and they loved it. People wouldn't believe the money you can make in such a small place, and thanks to you have been able to maximize the money. Right on, buddy. You stoked. Andreas Melgar got hired as a bar back. Super excited. Congratulations. Can't talk. Congratulations, Andreas. Stoked for you. Yeah, Shake, thank you for the links. Let me know about that I have a buddy in biz that lives in Oregon. Yeah, for sure, I will, Shake. And I'll keep you guys all up to date about what I'm doing. Remember, you can always send me an email directly, support@bartendingblueprint.com. I'll put that up there. If you're watching this video after this live stream, it should be in the description below. Eating dinner with you guys tonight. Thank you guys for the love on the job. Cecilia Luna says, I bartend at a casino. Great tips. Looking for a second bartending gig. Yeah. It's common, you know, if you work in like Vegas, you usually have to, like my friends and people that I know that have worked in Vegas, you can make a lot of money, but you have to kind of piece it together because you can usually get, you know, 2 or 3 shifts over here and then a shift or 2 over here. So you have to kind of get a couple places that you can work at and then juggle your schedules between them. But if you can do it, then you can really do really well and make a bunch of money. Yeah, sorry if I'm making you guys hungry. I gotta try to eat a few bites as we go along. So what else is new? Like I said, my job's gonna be in marketing, video stuff. You know, kind of the same thing, but I'm gonna be doing it in a different industry. And I'll be back home in Oregon, so I'll be able to be up in the mountains all the time, which I'm looking forward to. But yes, if you're in San Diego area, my job is going to be hiring soon. So if anybody is interested in that, bartendingblueprint.com. Send me an email there that I just sent up if you're in San Diego and you want to come in and interview for the job. Because I know we are going to need to be hiring somebody, obviously, and we're already kind of running a lean crew, but so I'd say sometimes going into the wintertime they won't pick up another pair of hands, like if somebody leaves after the summertime, but I'm pretty sure they would need another because they would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So definitely an opportunity. If you're in San Diego, the North County area, send me an email and I'll set up an interview for you. Get you a job. My boss loves, you know, I'm his sort of unofficial bar manager, and he loves all my little videos in the channel and stuff. So If I tell him, like, yeah, this is one of my viewers, he'll be stoked. All right. See where we got a couple more questions coming in here. You get that message on Instagram about a job? I did not. Was there a message on Instagram offering me a job? Is that what that was? Shake? I did not see it, and my phone's doing this, so I can't check it right now. But yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I'm going to still be on here for a while, even though I'm shifting gears officially out of my bartending career. It's been over 15 years behind the stick, spread out over almost 20 years from start to finish. Basically, yeah, almost 20 years. But I took, 3 or 4 years off in between there a little bit. Oh, okay. I got you, Shake. You're asking where I work. I'll check that. But yeah, send me an email. Any of you guys are watching this, or if you're watching this replay, if you live in North County, San Diego, and you're looking for a job, then hit me up, and I will get you in here for an interview. So there you go. Not only do I teach you how to do it, I'm going to get you a motherfucking job. That's right. So come on down to San Diego, people. I know there's a few of you. It was funny, we had, so we're getting another roommate because of this, my moving to Oregon thing. My wife will need a little help. We have an extra room, so we're going to rent it out. And we had a couple people come in and check it out yesterday. And one of the guys has been a viewer of the channel. He's like, no way, man, I watched your videos. They helped me get a job. So, yeah, that was kind of cool. Guy that came in yesterday was a fellow viewer, and might potentially be moving in with us. So that would be interesting. That'd be fun. That would be funny if that ends up happening. Then I'm gonna definitely try to pull him on the show while I'm still here. So yeah, you guys throw out any questions. Otherwise, I'll just ramble away about random shit and sit here and eat my dinner for you. You can ask me anything. Doesn't have to be about bartending. Usually it is. So you guys can just ask free for all questions. John, I live in San Diego. Curious and anxious about this. There you go, buddy. Send me an email. support@bartendingblueprint.com. And I'll give you a preliminary chat about it if you want. And come on down. If it's one of those situations where you guys are coming in as a newbie or something, then you would probably get eased in on the shifts. But, what better? It's all about who you know, right? So what I always talk about. So is knowing me, being a viewer, you guys have first rate opportunity or first chance opportunity to get a hold of me. So there you go. Shake, ran into not having to know my counts at my job. Ran into not having to know my counts. They have the pour spouts that stop when you need to stop. Yeah. I thought the pour spout broke. No, yeah, they have little stoppers on them. Shake got a job at what are you at again, Shake? I know it's like a corporate restaurant chain, right? And pouring. So definitely you have more of that stuff of super tight inventory control when you work at a corporate location versus like Red Lobster. That's what it is. My man, slanging at the Red Lobster. I love it. And it's good for them. It keeps their margins tight. It's kind of hard sometimes. Your customers are like, come on, can't you just give me a little extra? But it makes it easier for you if you work in a place like that, because you're like, sorry, I can't do it. It's corporate control. Don't know what to tell you. If you want a stronger one, just order double and I'll give you another, So it makes it easy to upsell. Whereas like in a place like ours that's known for just heavy-handed pouring, people are like, can you spice it up? And you're like, all right. And you kind of, you almost feel like you got to hook them up a little bit, which is, whatever, no skin off of my back, but you try not to do that too much because it does hurt the bottom line of the place that you're working at, which is not a good idea. Not surprised about that, Shake. got a debate going on at work about, Roxy Mama 07 says, got a debate going on at work about the proper way to make a Manhattan. Bitters or no bitters? Research that I saw, man, I cannot talk tonight. So Roxy Mama, first and foremost, you gotta remember, like, this is just bartending. Bartending is like, people take it way too seriously, and the whole scene is like, you know, with the proliferation of the craft part of it, I feel like everybody's just gotten way too uptight about shit. You know, all we're trying to do is make alcohol palatable for people. And so when people get into splitting hairs, like, that's not the right recipe, or you have to shake it 5 times and strain it, double strain it, you know, shit like that. You're just like, come on, man, just relax. It's not a big deal. As long as your customer likes it, that's all that matters. And if you just freestyle some shit and hack some recipe apart, it doesn't matter. As long as you, if you're making it for yourself, or your customer like it, then that's the right recipe. Now, to split hairs about it, the research that I did showed that the original Manhattan had bitters in it. So take it for what it's worth. Anything in this industry and finding the true real origin or stories about stuff is very hard to do, because everybody's fucking wasted when they're making this shit up and coming up with it. You know, it's the most inebriating substance on the planet that's consumed by like hundreds of millions, billions of people. So it's no surprise that there's just kind of a shaky past. But if I had to put my check in one of the boxes, I would say with bitters. But again, it doesn't matter. If you have a magic recipe that your customers love and they're selling like hotcakes and they don't have bitters in it, then who cares, you know? As long as they like it and it's moving, it's working. So there you go. Depending on the customer. Oh yeah, shake. Thank you. Linking it. There you go. You're welcome, Roxy Mama. No problem. And who knows? I mean, maybe somebody that you work with, their great grandma is the one, or grandpa is the one that came up with that, and they have the secret recipe, the original Manhattan secret recipe, and there's not supposed to be any bitters. Then who knows? Who cares, right? I don't care. That's not why I do this job, is to getting pissing contests about like right and wrong recipes. That's what I always tell you guys. This job is very much not about the recipes. It's about customer service and just interacting with your people. Okay, another bite. John, turning the corner here. Any tips on recording and editing videos? Thinking about making video game content mainly for fun. So that stuff, John, because of the copyrights with video games, you gotta be careful. So I'm not one who knows anything about that. But I would assume that you want just a basic HD camera, get some, you know, kind of not too expensive mirrorless cameras seem to be the best ones for price point. And then you need like a screen recording software. So if you can play on your TV or on your computer or something, the computer is the easiest one. You can just do live like screen capture recordings. If you have a Mac, you can just do it on straight with like QuickTime Player. And most PCs I think have their own version, so you can do that. There's a couple free ones. If you just Google that stuff, you know, like screen recording or screen capture software, it'll come up. And then basic editing programs, learn Adobe or Final Cut. You know, they're a little more robust, but once you get them figured out, like the free ones on a Mac, like iMovie, you'll outgrow pretty quick, or at least I did. And between Adobe and After Effects, or Final Cut Pro and Motion, you can do some pretty cool stuff. So I'd say start playing around with those. And then in terms of like your actual videos, you have a decent camera, you want to have lights, so get, you know, some cheapo kind of pop-up lights, and then good audio. So when you're recording, you want to have external mics plugged in, because the audio from all the cameras is poop. So there you go. And it looks like Shake's got some stuff he's looking into about video games, so you guys should hook up after the fact about that. Roxy Mom says old timers love the bitters, young bucks don't care. Yeah, the young guys are just like trying to get hammered, like just give me the booze, and the older guys are sipping on it a little more. Appreciate the craft in it. You can use a few things depending on what you want to do with the systems. You guys, okay, sweet. Way downloads free. Yep, there you go. You're talking about all that stuff that I don't know anything about with the video games. But there you go. So what else is new, guys? Anybody tried to go out there and knock on some doors and have any trouble, or had any experiences at the bar you were curious about that you saw? Or just wondering about why the sky is blue? Who knows? I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so people are not in the habit of showing up, which is my fault. I couldn't make I left for my trip literally 3 weeks ago on Tuesday, and then I left, I was still down there the following Tuesday, and I was like up in the middle of the jungle, so I didn't have Wi-Fi or anything. And then last week I was just like tired and kind of sick and under the weather, and was trying to recover from my trip, and I like completely spaced that it was Tuesday. So I was technically here last week, but I just was like so tired and out of it that I totally forgot, which is probably good. I probably wouldn't have been a whole lot of use to you guys. I probably would have just been kind of like a zombie in front of the screen here. Let's see what else we got coming in. Some more questions from you guys. William Morrow, what have you banned people for? I don't know if I've banned any. I've like blocked a couple people that are like super aggressive commenters that take shit. Or are you talking about like at the bar? Are you talking about on here? Or are you talking like, you're probably talking about at the bar. We're talking about video stuff earlier, so my head went there. Sorry, Will. Wild Bill. Gotcha. Of course, I should have known better. I think we give a lot of people a lot of slack. So to get barred at our bar, to get, blacklisted at our bar is pretty impressive. And most of them comes down, most of the, not a lot, but there's been a few over the years that I've had an interaction with barring people. And most of it has to do with just aggressive or inappropriate behavior. So like a lot of it is when the people are interacting with other people or our employees and making people feel uncomfortable. And if they're continually warned and they continue to do it, then we'll tell them that they're not welcome. So like one guy used to come in, would drink too much. It'd be fine. And then all of a sudden he'd have that last one too many. And he wouldn't look like he was drunk, but he would just get, and he wasn't really like wasted, but he would just start to get too close and talking to people, and would get kind of aggressive in his conversations and like wouldn't give people their space. He would try, it was really weird, hard to explain, but so we denied that guy. Another one was just people getting wasted, like another guy that just kept getting hammered, keep having cutting him off. And then like one time he got in a fight with the manager when we were cutting him off, and that was it. So he got denied. And then another one was a guy that was harassing one of our employees. So this dude that was like, the employees were coming out of the kitchen. It was really weird because it was he was a known local and had never seen anything like this before. And I think there was a little bit of something else involved, like I think he was on like pills or something, because he went from completely sober to fairly looking like he was quite inebriated after one drink, which usually when that type of thing happens, there's other substances, like usually pain pills involved. So anyway, this guy was standing over by the kitchen, and as the food runners were coming out, he was like patting them on the ass, like super inappropriate shit. And so one of our food runners was like crying and super upset about it. So the guy, nobody, it was like super busy, so nobody really knew what was going on until the employee came over and told the manager. And then obviously we're like, nah, you're out of here, buddy. Blew that one. Also ban people for selling drugs. Ban people for buying drugs. That includes employees. Had to fire employees for selling drugs, and they're obviously not welcome back in the establishment after that. So it runs the gambit. So there you go, William. Those are just a couple of the things, but it can be anything. People that, like, if you work in a bar that's got a lot of young people hanging out late at night, then you're gonna have to deal with fights. So I know we've barred people in the past that used to get in fights all the time. So it can be anything. People stealing shit, you know, it could be anything. And basically anytime someone just kind of crosses the line with respect or disrespect or however you want to look at it, or it makes other people uncomfortable or endangers other people, then that's generally where that's kind of what you're looking at for kicking people the hell out of your bar. And Shake's never had to ban anybody. It's coming, buddy. You'll get there. Cecilia Linda, I had a guest with mental issues start smacking himself at our bar. Completely froze and not to do. Super creepy. Any tips? Sorry, guys. Any tips on how not to freeze and handle something better? Handle something like this better. Cecilia Linda, thank you. You know, that's a good question. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that just in case. Make a vid about that one. Because that's a touchy one that you got to be kind of careful with. Because you don't, if somebody's like actually mentally insane and they're having like a breakdown, then you don't want to get involved, and like you don't want to get close to them because they might, like, you know, spaz out and smack you or something. So sometimes I've seen stuff kind of like that, but it's like contrived. Like they're just fucking crazy people trying to get attention. It's not like they're actually crazy. They're just like, they have issues with, they basically, somebody just needs to give them a big ass hug. But they have all kinds of substance abuse and psychological order or issues and who knows what. But if it's genuinely something where they're mentally unstable, or anytime anything's happening and you're not comfortable with trying to calm them down, then just go grab your manager. It's like, hey, this guy's freaking out over here, punching himself in the face. You know, you can try to kind of go over to him at the bar, like, hey, man, you all right? Hey, you okay? You know, try to calm him down and just talk to him. You know, just like, hey, you all right, man? You okay? Just talk to him like you were, it was one of your friends that was doing that. You're like, holy shit, are you all right? Try not to react and get freaked out, because then that can sometimes freak him or other people around him out. So you just got to try to kind of play it cool. That's a weird one, though. And that's one where I would either myself, or if you're not comfortable, have the manager take him aside and be like, hey, you know, are you okay? And if he's okay and he's calmed down, and if he's not calmed down, then you have to have someone help you, or have the bouncer or managers escort him out front, so that it keeps from escalating within the establishment. But if you do get him to calm down and you can talk to him, then let him know, like, hey, that's not cool. You know, I think you should probably call it good for the night, and let him know that, you know, next time, you know, we need to make sure that doesn't happen again. And if it comes back and it happens again, then that's another reason that you could, you know, potentially not want somebody in. And there's a difference between, like, being sensitive to someone's mental issues and endangering other people around you. So if someone's like hurting themselves, that's a liability to you. If they're not in control of their body, that's a liability to you or your customers, even more problematic. So it's just over and beyond the call of duty for any bar or establishment or restaurant to have to deal with somebody's own personal mental or physical ailments. and shit gets real out of control and you can't fucking deal with it, then you call the local authorities and they come help you out. So just try to calm down in the moment, ask for help from the manager, and if it's not getting any worse, step back away, get them out of there. And then if they do calm down, tell them that that's not acceptable and tell them they need to get their shit under control. Otherwise, they will not be allowed there. Cool. So you guys are still talking about the video game stuff. Right on, right on, right on, right on. So there you go. I hope that answers your questions, Cecilia. Those of you just tuning in, open format Q&A here. No plan, no agenda. I'm just here for you. Ask any questions you like. I'm eating a little bit of dinner with you. We're having dinner together. I wanted to have dinner with you guys. It's one of my last few live streams in this location because I'm going to be moving up north soon, back to my hometown of Bend, Oregon. Different industry. I'm going to be actually officially hanging up my hat, retiring as a working bartender at the end of this month. And I'm very excited about it, but not to fear. I have lots more work and stuff I want to do on this channel. Like I said before, my goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers. And then at that point, which it could potentially be more of a full-time job, I'll probably almost kind of walk away. No, I won't walk away, but it's just like a big goal milestone, and I don't know what my goal or milestone will be after that. So anyway, that's going to take a while to get to that. That's what we're talking about. At the pace that I'm on, that's at least a couple of years away. So, okay, I'm done. What else is going on here? How do you make an Irish trash can? Crystal Lopez wants to know. Irish trash can. So I would assume JMO, Bailey's. I've never even heard of that. Irish trash can recipe. See? This is why you have the phone in your pocket when you're at work. Somebody orders some weird shit like that. If they don't know what's in it, then how are you supposed to know? It's a very tasty conversation piece. Okay, light rum, gin, vodka, triple sec, peach schnapps, blue curacao, can of Red Bull. So basically, it looks like a Long Island, or an Adios, or a blue motorcycle if you're on the East Coast. Adios motherfucker, or a blue motorcycle, whatever you want to call it. But it has peach schnapps in there. And then there's a can of Red Bull on top of it. So let me see if I can get some pictures of it here. So it comes up. Let me see here. Nope. Hold on. Let's see if I can just show it to you guys like this. It's just like this big green thing. And you put the Red Bull can inside to make it kind of trashy. And the green probably makes it look kind of trashy. So it's a Long Island with peach schnapps, or not a Long Island, excuse me. Blue motorcycle or Adios motherfucker with peach schnapps and Red Bull is basically what that is. Interesting. Maybe I'll make a video about that one, huh? Seems like a good one. Let's see. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, Crystal. How do you make an Irish trash can? Thank you for the question. It's a huge thing here in Cali. I don't know, man. I'm in San Diego. I've never even heard of that thing. I wonder why they call it Irish. That is a good question. I don't know. I think the yellow and blue makes green, right? Because you get the blue from the curacao and the yellow in the Red Bull. Yellow and blue makes green. So that's some good old fashioned paint mixing techniques there. The main color wheel, whatever they call that. Color accents, whatnot. You guys are still going on about good stuff. Sweet. All right. Yeah, maybe I'll do that video, that recipe, Crystal. It's an interesting one, especially if you said it's really popular. I've never even heard of that. Of course, I don't work in a place that's got rampant numbers of young people anymore either. It's more of a, it's an even split. But we used to be a huge party bar, late night scene. Thank God we're not anymore. Man, I do not miss going home at 3 in the morning. Woo. The place I work right now is a bar inside of a Mexican restaurant. It's like a little spot in Del Mar that's been there for 23 years. Like iconic, well-established local following with business on autopilot. So it's awesome. You can go in and you know everybody. It's super fun, laid back, and it's super consistent. So it's good money. But my time is coming to an end. I officially gave my notice on Monday. Saturday, actually, but I gave him the letter on Monday. So I will be gone the end of, let's see, not this Saturday, but next Saturday is my last shift. I know all you guys are like, I want to get into bartending. Come down and visit me. Send me an email. I'll get you an interview. You can take my spot. Support at bartendingblueprint.com. It's in the link to all my videos as well. Holy smokes, it's already almost 9 o'clock. Remember to follow on all the social media stuff at Bartending Pro, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Shake, my man, the moderator here, helps me out with that stuff because I just don't have the time or the desire to get in all of that stuff. I just focus all my time on YouTube. I feel like phones are so distracting and bad for us. We should try not to spend too much time on our phones unless you're learning some cool stuff like this. I think I got all the questions from you guys, right? Just going through the list, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Da-dee-da-da-da. I know light group tonight. BJ's, nice. It's one of the first places me and my wife went on a date was at BJ's. She didn't even realize it was a date. It was a date though. It was a lunch date. And got a Pizookie. It was awesome. Oh yeah, make sure when you subscribe, hit the bell after so you can get notifications on all the new videos, and it'll tell you like anytime I start one of these live streams. I'm shutting down my Patreon. That's something I should tell everybody. It's all right, John. No worries, man. San Diego's fucking huge. Like 100 miles, top to bottom. Giant fucking county. The patron thing, I'm gonna shut it down. So if anybody's over there as a patron, if you guys want to support me, the best thing you can do is turn on your ads when you watch my videos, because I'll make a couple pennies off of it. I don't have the time. I never really did to really create extra content for you guys over at Patreon. So pretty soon I'm gonna make a video that basically is over there that explains that it's all free and I'm not charging anybody for anything. I'm this close to doing that on my website as well, just to give it all away. Don't even care. Especially if I can't really put any more time into it, then I'll probably definitely do that. Might set up like a donation link somehow if you guys want to donate a couple bucks or something. But I appreciate it, John. But it's all good, man. Like I said, just turn on your turn on your ads when you're watching my videos, and that'll be awesome. And subscribe and tell your friends that want to get into bartending. That's the best thing you can do for me. Link it on your social media stuff so that the Google monster finds it, because everything is on, the digital finding of anything is all about the algorithmic indicators. So like if people's stuff is getting shared all over social media, then that flags them like, oh hey, this is super important and popular. So best thing you guys could do if you really wanted to support what I'm doing is to just spread the word, man. Just spread the word. And turn off your ad blocking. But yeah, I might give the stuff away over on my website soon, thinking about that, where I cut it way down from, lifetime. I was charging $97. Cut it down to like 37, and I might just go donation based soon, if I can figure out how to do it, because you have to be set up as a certain way to actually collect donations, like random anything amount donations from PayPal. So I might just do like set out tiers or something. Shake! You can also use Super Chat on Shake. What are you doing that for, Shake? You're not supposed to do that, man. I appreciate you. I like that. It's 420. Thank you, sir. A little nod to my next endeavor. Yeah. Say whack. Oh, fuck. I know you. Tell me how to pronounce your name again, because I was saying wrong. I kept saying Siwak, but it was like Shawak? How did you want me to pronounce? Tell me how do you say that again. I'm at work right now. Just wanted to hop on and say hi to y'all. What's up, brother? Thank you for stopping by. And I know I forgot how to say your damn name. I love to just butcher names on here. It's my favorite thing to do. Yeah, you can always, down at the bottom of the little message, there's a little smiley face and the dollar sign. Show your support for Bartending Pro. If you click on that, it says send a super chat. And it's basically like a tip. And it goes to my AdSense account. So that is another way you can support, but really just tuning in and telling your homies. That's the best way you could support me. And keep watching all my stuff that keeps coming out. And I appreciate you guys following along and watching all my stuff through my radical inconsistencies, because I'm still there. Phew! So just totally start that over. No, I think we're good. Anyway, that was really weird. Somebody tried to call me. Never had that happen before. That was awesome. Surprised that's never happened before. Okay. Last call on questions. So if anybody of you are out there, if you have any questions that you would like to ask that you haven't heard answered here tonight, now is your last chance to do so. So make sure, again, following all the social media stuff at Bartending Pro, turn on your notification bell when you're on YouTube, and help me spread the word. Word, bird. Going to be moving this studio in a couple of weeks because I'm taking another job up in Oregon doing full-time marketing, digital media stuff. And, yep, last call for questions. I should be here, let me see, next week. Yep, definitely next week. Let me see, what do we got on the calendar here? Should be here the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so next week and the week after. Should be good. And then, let's see, that third, should be all right. Should be all good. So, get my friend, he's blowing me up. He's trying to plan a trip to Japan for snowboarding this winter. He wants to go to Japan like January, February. Studio tour before you move. I can't. That's the magic of YouTube, John. Because then if I show you the magic, then it loses its luster. You know, it's like Willy Wonka pulling back the curtain at I don't know. That's not a good reference. I was gonna say Wizard of Oz, but that's not it either. Anyway, maybe we shall see. Or I might just keep the magic and mystique alive for you guys. Maybe I'll give you a tour at the new one when I have it set up. Although that one's going to be probably even more simple because I don't know what kind of space I'm going to have in my new situation up north. Okay, clicking along here. Yeah, we'll go like 5-minute countdown here. Rounded out a nice 50 minutes. I know a little bit of a shorter stream, but that's okay. I was kind of getting back on track this week. So not a problem, not a worry, not surprised. And yeah, again, if you're in San Diego and you're looking for a bartending job, send me an email. Support at, whoa, I love to not know how to type when I'm on here. Bartendingblueprint.com. And I'll set up an interview for you, because someone is going to need to replace me, because I have got my 2 weeks notice. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday will be my last shift as a bartender. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully ever. Might do some fun, you know, friend stuff, or I don't know, probably, maybe not, but it could potentially be. Where are you now and where are you going? It's Taylor. I am still in San Diego, but I'm taking a full-time marketing job up in Oregon. So I'm going to be going back home to Bend, Oregon to work for some buddies of mine that run a cannabis company. We're doing like marketing and like digital media stuff for those guys. Actually, it's like a management company, and they help manage those types of businesses. So yeah, super stoked. Super stoked. Okay. Last call for questions, y'all. Okay, John, any info about the new job? My cousin is into cannabis and may share it to her. Same thing. It's all who you know. Like, the reason I'm getting this job is because I've known these guys for 25 plus years. They're old snowboard buddies of mine. So like there's like 4 main owners. One of the owners was another fellow pro rider. Another guy was like a team manager. Another guy ran a clothing company, and another guy was like a marketing dude, digital like designer. He was like a designer and a marketing guy in that industry. So I've known them from way back in my snowboarding days, a long time ago, and they're just like cool, laid back, and it's all the rapport, right? So it's all who you know, John, and that's why like I've been trying to find looking for work down here, but like I don't have any connections, I don't have any rapport with anybody, so I haven't gotten as much as a sniff, you know. I haven't even gotten an email back around here for that type of industry, because they all want experience. It's like, how do you have experience for an industry that just started? So it's the same problem. I'm dealing with the same problem that you guys are, but just in a slightly different industry. And again, my break, and this is an important point to take away from anybody in this industry, my break came because of people I know. So in life, your best opportunities are always going to come from the people that you know and the people that you have rapport with. So that's why don't spend your time trying to memorize drink recipes and becoming an encyclopedia of knowledge about this industry. Work on your public speaking skills, but get out there and knock on the doors and follow up with people enough times so they get to know who you are, and they start to see that you're serious about getting into this industry and that you're going to be relentless about doing what it takes to get the job, which means you'll do what it takes to get the job done when they hire you. So it works. This industry, any other industry, it's all the same. It's all who you know. So you got to get out there. Tell her to get out there. I don't know if it's a her. Yeah, her. John. Start knocking on doors, willing to take any job. You know, kind of a thing. Like I was getting to that point where I was like, all right, well, shit, I'm just gonna go in and start sweeping the floor, start anywhere, just to get in. Because once you're in there and you show your value, then you have opportunity, and it's a new enough industry that there's not massive corporations. There's some pretty big companies, but it's nothing like, you know, the Fortune 100 company style yet. It's getting there. In a few years, all those big boys are going to come in and swoop everybody up and make it all stuffy and corporate and shit. But right now, it's still wild, wild west. So you can get in and build relationships with some smaller. Everybody's basically a startup right now. So a lot of cool potential, a lot of opportunities. But so is that with bartending. Same thing. It's all who you know. And that's where you're going to get your best opportunities and chances. thank you. And if you guys follow along the channel, I'll keep you updated, especially on these live streams. I'll be filling you in on how shit's going. Be filling you in on all the good stuff bartending, and I'll be filling you in on all the good stuff with my new gig in that new industry. So I think we're going to call it there, guys. Thank you for tuning in and showing up for another live edition of Making You a Bartending Pro. My name is Jason. I appreciate your support and love, and I will see you next week for the same time, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific. That's West Coast United States time. So 8, 9, 10, 11 as you go across the U.S. And follow me on all the social media stuff at Bartending Pro, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, you know all that shit. And that will do it for this one. Thanks for showing up, you guys. Have a good night. Have a good week. Get out there and kick some ass. I want to hear some stories about some more jobs. Congrats to those of you who said they had gotten jobs. Keep up the good work. Stay strong. It'll happen. All right, you guys. Have a good week. Love y'all. I will see you later.